Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I appreciate all of you so very much. Today I am doing episode 2 of my Simply Sample series. So a couple weeks ago we started this series. It's where I pick some samples out of my sample stash and use them over a couple weeks time, and then I come back to you and talk to you about my feelings about the samples, whether I think that they are an add to the cart kind of item or not, whether I think that I could see myself purchasing them in full-size fashion at a later date or not. And today's samples are these guys here. We did pull these a couple weeks ago, and I just want to talk through them. So one of the first things I used was this. It is the Tarte Dewy Skin Cream, and in this little packet is a little tiny, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just this little tiny circle, and in this little tiny circle is the smallest, tiniest dollop of stuff of Tarte Dewy Skin Cream. I will say that I really did like this stuff. It felt kind of silicone-y. It had the smallest little dollop in here. It's a little tiny purple dollop of cream, and I mean, I really did like it. It kind of felt like lip balm almost, putting it on my skin, which I didn't particularly like, but once I started rubbing it into my skin, it felt less like a balm and more like a, well, I mean, it still felt like a balm, let's be honest, but it felt more supple. It felt like it was actually doing something to hydrate my skin and keep that hydration in there. So for the full size of this bad boy, it is $68, and it is 1.7 ounces, which I think is a decent price. It's a little more on the less expensive side of those items that you can get from Tatcha, but it's still a little expensive. I find that I would probably, even though this came with the smallest dollop and I have a good idea of how much it takes to get all over my face, because it did cover my whole face, I think that I would still use way too much of it just because of the consistency of it, honestly. It does say that it is a rich cream that feeds skin with plumping hydration and antioxidant packed Japanese purple rice for a dewy, healthy glow. I don't think that it helped with a healthy, dewy glow. Honestly, I didn't feel like it had any illuminating prospects to it. But it was nice. It did feel moisturizing. It did feel hydrating. I would purchase it for those reasons, but not purchase it because it's kind of expensive. There is a smaller version of it, so just about like a fourth of the size of the full size is $20. I think if you are going to purchase it, definitely purchase the full size. You'll get more value for the dollar that you're spending. The next thing I have is this. I did use this guy all the way up. It is, even though it doesn't look like it looks like there might be one more use in here. I'm not sure, but every time I went to go use it over the last couple days, it just kind of spurted at me and got all over my clothes, which pissed me off. So I quit using it. It is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream. This is the Your Skin But Better CC cream that IT Cosmetics has. It does have SPF 50 plus. I have used this before. I do have a full-size version of it, so I won't be purchasing a full-size version of it. I have to be honest, it's not my favorite. I do like it during the summertime because it feels a little lighter weight than a full coverage foundation, but it does cover like a full coverage foundation. I also like the 50 plus SPF in it, but honestly, as a foundation, you're not seeing the benefits of that 50 plus SPF, really. Because you put so little of it on your face and you're typically not reapplying it, so you're not going to really see the benefits of that SPF, honestly. But I do like it more so in the summertime. What I will say about this is this used to be something that I used all the time. It is something that my sister kind of geared me towards when I first started wearing makeup, and she loves it. I loved it. but it is a little more drying on my skin, and I just find that the patches that I do have that are dry tend to look more patchy or more dry when I am wearing this. I feel like it clings to the dry patches of my skin and kind of brings them to everybody's eye, everybody's focus. So also this is in light and it's not necessarily the best shade for me. I could do like a light medium would be a better shade for me, honestly. But it's not a bad foundation. If that's our CC cream, it functions more as a foundation, let's be honest. It's not bad. It is $39. I won't repurchase it. I do think it's good. I have on here, it is more matte than I like these days. The coverage is light to medium. Another thing that I noticed about it these days that I've not really ever noticed about it before is that I could feel it on my skin. Like I really could feel it on my skin when I touched my face at any point in time, just like this current foundation that I have on, which is the Tarte Concealer that is in my project pan. I can feel it and I can see it on my hands after I have touched my skin, and I hate that. I want a foundation that leaves this like dewy thought process behind, but doesn't make, I don't want to feel it. I don't want to have to feel it on my skin. I don't want my fingers to feel it. If I'm touching my skin, I don't want it all over my fingers because then it's all over my clothes and that drives me freaking bonkers. And the next thing I had in here was the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and you guys, my idea of this hasn't changed. This is probably my least favorite concealer, whereas this is most people's favorite. I just find that it really dries out the places that I really put concealer, and then I can see it. I can see it a lot. Even if I just use like 1 or 2 dots of it, it still feels heavy. It still looks heavy. I want all of my makeup to kind of meld together as one, and I don't feel that way with this one. I also feel like it helps my skin to look a lot more dry than it is, like kind of like this. And I feel like it could be a little more emollient, maybe a little more watery consistency, and it would probably be pretty perfect for me. But yeah, I just don't like this concealer. I really never have. This one is in Light Sand. It is a pretty perfect match for my skin, especially my under eye area where I wanted a little more highlighted. I did love the tone of this, but I just didn't like how it functioned on my face. So there's that. It's not as drying as I remember it to be, but it is still pretty drying, and that to me is a no-go. The next thing I have here is this. It is the Numa Instant Fix Revive and something. It's a hair protectant. It's like a heat protectant for your hair. It says leave-in protectant, detangles, hydrates, and tames hair by sealing and protecting cuticle to create smoothness, manageability, plus a vibrant shine, packed with nourishing moisturizers, proteins, and vitamins. You guys, I liked this. I don't put heat on my hair, so I don't necessarily need a heat protectant, but I did use quite a bit of this. This was full when I put it into here, and I did use it down to here, and I'm going to continue to take it with me on my trips. In my bag is just this little tiny guy that can go in my bag. I used it this morning. I feel like it really helps with making my colors shine, but it also helps with protecting my hair. Your hair also needs protecting from the UVs of the exterior world. It also needs protecting from all of the dirt and the ickiness that comes into your life when you're outside. And I just feel like this really did a good job of making my hair still look shiny and feel healthy, and I did put it in my hair today. I will tell you that with my hair having, all the crazy color that I've had on it over the last year, it doesn't necessarily on the ends feel super healthy, but when I put this on it, I feel like I can feel a difference in my hair using it. So I will continue to use it. It says to spray it on damp hair prior to styling, or spray it on dry hair prior to using hot tools. As I said, I don't use hot tools, but I still spray it on my hair, and I think that it does a good job with protecting my hair against the environmental stressors that could make your hair feel dull and less lively. Then we had this. This is the Not Your Mother's Matcha Green Tea and Wild Apple Blossom Butter Mask. This, on the other hand, so this I might purchase again. This I will never purchase. There's still another probably 2 uses in here, but I'm not even sure that I will do that. This was, I have lots of notes on this one. This one was obviously more than one use. It smells more like apples than it does like matcha, which is good for me. I do like that. It is pretty, it's got a thick white consistency to it. It feels a lot like a conditioner, only maybe thicker. Not quite so much like a gel, but it is a little bit thicker than that. I don't like this packaging. It's super hard to use, super hard to keep the excess product. If they're going to do packaging like this, I really like the, the applesauces that you can get in this kind of packaging that have a little nozzle on the top of them that you can squeeze the applesauce into your mouth, and you can save some of the applesauce if you wanted to. I think that this, we would all benefit from that kind of packaging on these kind of items. I think this packaging sucks. There's water inside of it because it's been sitting in my shower since it was used the first time, and there's water inside of it because you can't exactly close it unless you fold it over, but then it doesn't say fold it over because it's not exactly paper, if that makes any sense. I left it on for 10 minutes. I didn't rinse it out until it said, it does say apply to clean wet hair and leave in for 5 to 10 minutes. So we did. It was so gross. Like, the hair initially felt super soft. But then after I started to get to a place where I was styling it, I just didn't like it. It felt so heavy and my hair felt super greasy. And even in the areas where it feels less healthy, it didn't seem to help out those areas at all. So I have a couple more of those masks in there that I'm actually kind of afraid to pull out. I wouldn't repurchase it. This guy, however, is actually on sale at Sephora right now for $41 for 5 ounces. It regularly retails for $55, and I'm not exactly sure that it's not worth your money. I really liked this. I have never tried a Peter Thomas Roth item prior to this. This is the Cucumber Gel Mask. It's Extreme Detoxifying Hydrator. Refreshing, cooling, moisturizing, calming gel. Helps to soothe skin with extracts of cucumber, papaya, chamomile, pineapple, sugar maple, sugar cane, orange, and aloe. I really like it. It's got like a hair gel consistency for it. It feels like water. It feels like water going on the skin. It feels cool on your face. It is cooling on your face. It does seem to help with like your hair that, man, I look like Raggedy Ann right now. It does seem to help like calm certain areas of your skin if there's like, irritation going on. So my skin hates Kate Somerville. I like her Eradicate. I think that it does a hell of a job. But it does a hell of a job because my skin hates it. And I use it and then my skin just peels away. And I think that's what it's supposed to do. But it hurts. I have to be honest. It hurts. It's not the best feeling on the planet. I used this 2 days after I used the Eradicate on my face. I left it on for 10 minutes. It says to leave it on for 10 minutes and do it 2 or 3 times a week. I left it on for 10 minutes. I used it 3 times over the last couple weeks and it just feels good. And it feels like it's putting all of those nutrients and moisture back into my face that Eradicate took out of my face. I love Kate Somerville, but I really need to quit using it because my skin hates her products. It really did feel good. It got kind of stiff feeling at closer to that 10-minute mark. You definitely know when you need to take it off, when you need to wipe it off, because it starts feeling stiff. But it's not like a clay mask where it turns a different color and like tightens your face super much, you know, so it feels really good. The last thing in here is this. It is the Black Opium perfume, and you guys, I really love this. This is actually, I think it became one of my favorites. It's just got a really nice, sultry smell to it, almost musky, and I don't know exactly what the notes are. Let me look it up and find the notes for you. I'll tell you what though, it tastes gross. I just got it in my mouth. It tastes icky. Okay, this guy is $124 for a full size. Full size is 3 ounces. So it's $74 for 1 ounce. I mean, that seems a little bit more reasonable. Oh, it's $145 for 5 ounces. The bottle is really pretty. So it says it's from the fragrance family of warm and spicy. It definitely is. It's kind of got that sexiness to it. The scent type is warm and sweet gourmands. I don't know what that means, but the key notes are black coffee, white flowers, and vanilla. I definitely smell like that, like vanilla coffee scent to it, like little notes of, God, it just smells so good. It is one of my favorites. I will be carrying it around with me until it's gone, and then I will be sad that it is gone. So now it's time to pick new samples. So I'm going to clean up my mess here. I'm going to get my new sample guy out. I'm going to throw away this because I will not use it anymore, would not purchase it. I'm going to put this in my empties because it is empty. So these are my sample jars here. Told you guys I was going to try and figure out a different way to do this the last time. So this is the easiest way for me, I think, because these are kind of heavy to move around and kind of cumbersome. So I'm not going to move them around super a lot. But these are the sample bins. So we're going to pick, this is hair, this is skin, this is makeup. So we're going to pick 2 out of each bin. And I am not going to lie. I'm going to pull that guy out. We have a Bodifying Styling Jelly. Bodifying Styling Jelly by Biolage. That'll be interesting. And then the next thing we have here is, let's go with this. This is a Mika Velveteen Smoothing Balm. So both of these sound like gels of some sort. Alright, so we got 2 out of the hair. Oops. Alright, let's go down to skin. This one is all kinds of crazy. We have the Mario Badescu. Can you guys see that? Mario Badescu Cucumber Cleansing Lotion. That's interesting. A cleansing lotion by Mario Badescu. I don't think I've ever tried a cleansing lotion by him before. And then the next thing we have is this. What is this? This is Believe True Cream Moisturizing Balm. So that'll be nice. A little cleanser, moisturizer. Alright, I'm done with skincare. Let's get into this one, which is makeup. And in makeup, we are going to try this. What is this? This is, ooh, an ABH Clear Brow Gel. I'm interested to try a new brow gel. I've never tried the ABH brow gel before. I've never even tried a clear brow gel before, so I'm interested in that. And then we also have this. Close this real quick. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage. God bless America. I saw that my camera turned off while I was going over the foundation with you guys that I pulled last, but I also hadn't pulled my perfume samples. So you guys didn't see me pull that, but I did pull the Prada Candy perfume sample. I guarantee you I will also be using that in conjunction with continued use of Black Opium because I just love that, but I am super excited to try another perfume as well. You guys saw this one. I am super excited for the Mario Badescu Cucumber Cleansing Lotion. I think it's weird that we call these lotions when they're liquid. If anybody can give me some idea of why we do this, that I would love it. I have a Clinique one too that's called a lotion, but it is a toner. It's a liquid. This is the Believe True Cream Moisturizing Balm. I've heard great things about Believe in and of itself, so I'm excited to try it. Another thing I'm super excited to try is this Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I've never tried a clear brow gel, period. Never tried another brow gel. I use the Benefit Gimme Brow, and that's the only one I've ever used, so I'm really excited to try a different one, see what it looks like in my brows. I don't necessarily need the color that the Gimme Brow gives me because I have a lot of brow, so I'm excited to see what a clear one will do. The other makeup item I got is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. This has SPF 15 in it. It is one of my friend JC. It's her favorite foundation. This is in the shade Medium Sand, which should be a good shade match for me. I'm interested to try a new foundation. I don't get along with Tarte foundations very well. I don't get along with Tarte complexion very well. So there's that. But I am interested to try this. JC loves it. The one thing I can say that I'm scared of is I know that it is an Amazonian Clay foundation that's going to suck all the moisture out of my skin, and I already have dry skin. So that's, I guess, where I am feeling a little trepidation about it. We have the Amika Velveteen Dream Smoothing Balm, and this is a lightweight, non-sticky smoothing balm, which leaves hair soft, shiny, and frizz-free. So this is like to keep the frizz away, which I think that my hair needs these days. So I'm super excited about that. I'm happy to try it. And then we also have the Matrix Biolage Bodifying Styling Gel with lemon. I'm a little interested in the fact of why it has lemon in it, but I don't know. It might be interesting to try a gel on my hair. I haven't tried a gel on my hair since I was young. So these are my samples for the next couple weeks. I will come back to you guys in a couple weeks, let you know how I feel about them. I, of course, am going to continue using these ones from the last time in addition to the Black Opium perfume, but next week my simple focus will be on these samples that I pulled out this week. So let me know if you guys liked, watching them down on the ground, if that is okay for these videos. If it's not, I will try and figure out a different way to do it. I just feel like, I don't know, except for lifting them up onto my table every single week, how it's going to work out for me to do these in a different manner. So that's my Simply samples for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed it enough that you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. Really does help my channel out here. I also hope that you liked it, or me, enough that you're considering subscribing to my channel. It is free to you, and I would love to have you in my YouTube fam here. I would also love to see you in the comments section. What samples are you using this week? What samples have you used that you want to steer us clear of? What of these have you used? And do you have any words of wisdom? What did you use that I used over the last couple weeks that you had a different opinion of me? Everybody put all your information down in that comment section down there so that we can all learn from the wealth of knowledge in this community. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope that your February is going fantastic. I hope that your Valentine's Day, which was just a couple days ago, was amazing. And until next time, guys, bye.